1:45, November 24th, 1971, day before Thanksgiving. Portland International Airport, Oregon, a man in a black suit and white shirt buys a one-way ticket to Seattle. He gives the name Dan Cooper. He boards Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305. He sits down. He orders a bourbon and soda. He tips politely. 36 people board that flight. 35 of them land in Seattle. The 36th man hands a flight attendant a note, informs her he has a bomb, and calmly states his demands. $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle. He is polite throughout. He is not sweating. He is not nervous. He knows exactly what he is doing. His demands are met. Passengers are released. The aircraft takes off again, just the crew and Dan Cooper heading south. Somewhere over the Cascade Mountains of Washington State, at 10,000 feet, in the pitch black of a November night, in temperatures of -7 degrees, Dan Cooper opens the rear staircase of the 727 and jumps. He was never found. No body, no parachute. Almost none of the money, no confirmed identity, no arrest, no closure. Over 50 years later, the case of D.B. Cooper remains the only unsolved aircraft hijacking in United States history. Build 145-5200 here is what we actually know, which is less than most people assume, and more than the FBI has officially confirmed in decades. Dan Cooper was described by the flight crew as approximately 45 to 50 years old. Mid-height. Olive-skinned, brown eyes, dark suit, clip-on tie. He wore shoes that looked military or professional. He spoke without a regional accent. And he knew aviation terminology specifically. He asked about the aircraft's airspeed, its flap settings, and whether the 727 could fly with its rear staircase extended. That last detail is critical. The Boeing 727 has a rear staircase that deploys downward from the aircraft's tail during flight. Most passengers have no idea this exists. Dan Cooper not only knew it existed, he knew the aircraft model that had it, its deployment mechanism, and its operational altitude parameters. He had planned his exit long before he bought his ticket. When the aircraft took off from Seattle, FBI agents were already mobilized. Fighter jets tracked the plane by radar. Ground teams positioned along the suspected flight path. The money, $10,000 $20 bills with serial numbers recorded, was in his briefcase. The crew felt a pressure change from the rear of the aircraft. Instruments confirmed the stairs had deployed. And then, nothing. No visual, no signal, no body falling on radar. Dan Cooper stepped off a moving aircraft into the dark winter sky and ceased to exist as a traceable human being. Rising Action 5, Low 930. What followed was the longest manhunt in FBI history. For over 45 years until 2016. When the Bureau officially suspended active investigation agents worked the Cooper case. More than 1,000 suspects investigated and cleared. Confessional claims from dying men. Anonymous letters. Books by investigators who were certain they'd solved it. None held up. In 1980, a boy digging on the Columbia River bank found 3 partial packets of $20 bills. The serial numbers matched the Cooper ransom. Exactly $5,800 of $200,000 partially decomposed, scattered, miles from the suspected landing zone. That find raised more questions than it answered. The location didn't match the parachute trajectory. Had water carried them for years? Did Cooper land near the river? Did he live, spend the money, and these few packets were lost in transit? The FBI's forensic analysis established that if Cooper jumped over the suspected location, he would have landed in dense, remote Washington forest, with at least one parachute that was likely a non-functional training chute supplied in the ransom gear. For decades, the official theory was that Cooper couldn't have survived, that the case was unsolved only because the forest had resolved it. Except the FBI could never prove he died. No body, no confirmed remains, and every aspect of how he executed the hijacking the aircraft, knowledge, the composure, the precise demands. The specific exit method suggests someone with training that would have prepared them for exactly this kind of jump. In 2016, the FBI suspended active investigation. They cited exhausted leads, not a solved case. The file remains technically open. The identity of Dan Cooper remains officially unknown. 54 years. The most powerful law enforcement agency in the world. One man with a briefcase and a parachute. And he simply wasn't there anymore. I want to step away from the evidence for a moment and focus on the thing that makes D.B. Cooper different from every other unsolved case in American criminal history. He wasn't trying to hide. He wasn't hiding anything about himself, not really. He sat on a commercial flight and told a flight attendant exactly what he was doing. He made clear, reasonable demands. He waited patiently while they were met. He tipped. He was polite throughout an aircraft hijacking. What he hid was only one thing: his name. Everything else, the method, the plan, the timing, he executed openly, calmly, and completely. He wasn't paranoid. He wasn't frantic. He was operating on a plan he had complete confidence in. That quality, that absolute composure in the execution of something this audacious, only comes from two places: extraordinary experience or extraordinary preparation. Possibly both. Somewhere, right now, there may be an elderly person in the Pacific Northwest who watches Cooper documentaries on their television, who reads the new theories in news articles, who knows things that would close a 50-year-old file, and they are not saying anything.